All right, guys, so excited for you to finally see this, the iPhone 15, what it's going to look like, new features, the latest leaks and rumors, all of it in today's video. So without further ado, here's the world's best and most accurate look at the iPhone 15. Man, that video has me hyped for the iPhone 15. So much to dive into. I've got exclusive renders as well to share made by Concept Central, who also made the initial animation. Dude is mad talented. Make sure you go give him a follow below. But I think there's only one place to start this video, and that is with the new design, because this isn't going to look like the iPhone that we have right now. Because in 2023, when the iPhone 15's launch, it's a super cycle year. Basically, every 3 years, Apple completely redesigns the phones, and you can see this with devices like the iPhone 12 or 3 years before that, the iPhone 10. So with the iPhone 15, we can expect a new design as well. And while this looks really radical, basically taking some elements from the iPhone 4 and modernizing them, we actually think it's incredibly realistic and even matches up with some previous leaks that didn't end up panning out. Starting off with the brand new titanium band that will wrap around the entirety of the phone, which looks so fresh by itself, but it looks even better when you look at the updated glass on both the front and the back of the phone. On the front, it's identical to the iPhone 12 series where it is completely flat. But on the back, as rumors have suggested, Apple's going to be curving the glass ever so slightly, which not only differentiates it more from the iPhone 4 design of the past, it makes it feel somewhat unique. Now, the glass curve we did was pretty subtle just because the more you curve it, the more prone it's going to be to break, and I do not see Apple making an iPhone that just shatters on drop one. They've been really leaning into the resistance portion and durability of the iPhone, so a slight glass curve will keep them pretty close to that. Now, as for colors, we just decided to show off graphite, silver, and gold here, but we know Apple is going to do an exclusive new color for 2022. We just don't have that info yet, and until we have it, again, I want to keep it 100 with all of you. But something that I think people will appreciate the most is that the camera bump is going away. Instead, we see Apple doing a lens bump. Yeah, I never thought I would say lens bump either, but it actually makes a lot of sense. If Apple just made the entirety of the back glass raised a little bit, it makes even more sense with the curved glass leading up into the camera bump. Apple's going to be able to house the all-new triple camera system. While the standard and ultra-wide lenses won't be changing all that much, there's going to be a major upgrade to the telephoto lens, making it a periscope zoom design. For the first time ever on an iPhone, we're rumored to get a 10x optical zoom. So Apple's basically taking a periscope that reflects with mirrors and rotating it internally on the iPhone. And you can see an idea of what that will look like. There will definitely be a different looking lens for the telephoto. So that's the first half of the camera upgrades. The second half is that Apple's planning to use a new state-of-the-art, never before seen Sony image sensor that is apparently going to make the photo quality go up like crazy. And as somebody who's shooting a video on a Sony camera right now, I can tell you that's amazing. Apple's been using Sony sensors for years, but this new one sounds like nobody's ever really seen anything with this level of quality in a phone before. So I absolutely see it happening, especially on the all-new Ultra model, which is also a detail we included in our design. So basically this year, Apple is rumored to keep the two lower end models, keep one Pro model, but then the biggest one, the 6.7-inch model, it's not going to be the Pro Max anymore. It's going to be the iPhone 15 Ultra, similar to the high-end Apple Watch Ultra. And it's rumored to get some exclusive features. Right now, because it's so early on, those details are a bit murky, but expect it to be a seriously high-end phone, probably with a higher-end price tag too. Regardless, spinning the phone around, we are expecting the same screen sizes as last year, so 6.1 and 6.7 inch spread across the models, with a dynamic island not only staying, but expanding to all iPhone 15s across the board. And with dynamic island, Face ID is also going to be sticking around. There is no Touch ID coming. Do not expect it. Apple has no plans, according to reports, to bring Touch ID back to the iPhone anytime soon. Now finally, let's take a look at the bottom of the phone, which is expected to house USB-C for the first time ever on an iPhone. At this point, I have absolutely no doubt that Apple is adding the USB-C port, and we're even hearing that on the Pro models, it's going to have Thunderbolt data speeds. So you'll be able to finally transfer videos off of your phone really quickly at up to 40 gigabits per second, which is just nuts. Which, along with all the other changes that we talked about in this video, is going to make the iPhone 15 one of the largest iPhone updates, not only ever, but definitely since the iPhone 10. I mean, we've got new cameras, optics, processor in the phone, we've got a USB-C port on here, we have dynamic island on more models, and of course, the fresh design. The final question, knowing all of this though, is when are these phones actually coming out? And the answer to that should be September of 2023. Apple always drops new iPhones in September, and I don't see them changing the schedule. Okay, final thing I want to address in this video, because there's been a lot here, right, is the channel is now Apple Track. iUpdate's dead. I own Apple Track on Twitter and the brand, so I was like, let's merge it. So this is Apple Track now, all right? Just saying that, man, I'm excited. This is a new beginning. Nobody ever liked iUpdate the name anyway, so it's just like, it feels good. I feel like a fresh boy on YouTube, and I was like, I have to launch the rebrand with this concept. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your support over the years, like 10 years on YouTube. That's weird to say. Okay, the iPhone 15 is gonna be sick. Love you guys, bye.